it is hard to obviously associate a lot of positivity with Benoit nowadays. But at the time, what did you think of working with him?
Um, I like working with him. I mean, he's a great worker, but my only problems with him was that he had one speed and he didn't vector off that. Like he didn't slow down that much or speed up more. Like it was always pretty much one speed. And I thought that he didn't like that he was either selling or he was going. There
Mm,
wasn't gradients. Like we talked about Lawler and the King. There were so many degrees to it, to both of them. You know what I mean? But
yes.
no, I mean, I'm not saying Bad Wild is a bad worker by any stretch. I'm just saying, it, for me, I like guys that are more storytellers. They're more, like Lawler and Jake. Not that they can't go, but I like their style more. Benoit's more of a Japan style guy, which I appreciate, but it's not my style so much. It's why I went to Japan 6 times for 6 different companies, but I never tried to go back ever. I only went when somebody would called and offered some decent money, and because it's just not my style. I'm a episodic TV. I mean, I want to have I want to tell dramatic stories. From one episode to the next, you have to follow. You have to follow the story, the plot. And everything changes from week to week. Whereas matches based on just athletic ability were, for the sake of athletic ability, weren't my is per se what I was into so much.
Which is kind of a lot of what you see today. As I watch Benoit now as an adult, as opposed to when I was a kid. When I'm a kid, I'm like, this guy's ripped and he's really fast and it's fun to watch. When I watch him now, you're right. He's got this real intensity. But if you're intense the whole time, then
Right.
then what do you have when you're making your comeback? You're just the
It's
same
it's like
dude.
it's like Chris Rock. Like Chris Rock when he does his stand up, he's always like, the man was a crackhead. He's a crackhead for the man. The man was a crackhead. That's a terrible Chris Rock impression. But but
He's always over the
his
top.
voice is what's that?
He's always over the top.
He's always way up there, and I hate yelling at my audience. I want them to, as Jake always said, I want them to come in and listen to me. I want them to lean towards the TV and have to hear me.